Alright, what's up guys? It's Mark here at Dino Trading coming at you with another amazing, incredible recap on today's session using the super trend lines. Okay, now this was a build that I had sent out to all you guys probably sometime last week. Okay, I forget the exact date, but please make sure you got an email from me that looks like this. Okay, it says welcome to my new super trend lines, commercial software. It's designed to trade basically round the clock. Okay. This email contained all the bits and pieces on setting up the super trend lines on your computer. So number one, if you never got this email or you have no idea what I'm talking about when I say super trend lines, please make sure you get in touch. And, you know, I'll just, I don't know, resend this video to you, okay? But this contain all the good stuff like what are the super trend lines, what do they do, how they can help, you know, make your trading more productive. And I included a couple of my personal favorite strategies that I like. I feel that most of you are going to fit into one of these two strategies, either the easy strategy or the advanced strategy, okay? And I believe the license, yeah, here's the license key. The license key was also included, all right? So again, if you have no idea what I'm talking about when I say super trend lines, please make sure you get in touch with me. Today's trading using the super trend lines was unbelievable, okay? But let me boil it down for you, okay? Essentially, at the end of the day, what the super trend lines does is it's designed to catch highs and lows, okay? And how it does that is it will grab data automatically. There's nothing you need to do. Okay, it's all done by the robot. It will grab data from a higher time frame chart, and that data will be drawn, okay, in the smaller time frame chart, which by the way here, just so you know, I'll quickly label this. This is a T-bar 14. This is my smaller time frame chart, okay, just so you guys know. So anyway, back to what I was saying. The super trend lines is going to grab data, from a higher time frame chart, okay? And that data will be drawn as purple trend lines. End of story. There's nothing complicated about that. There's nothing, you know, that I need to take a deeper dive onto. That's it. When you see purples and when you see it breaking above the purple, look for setups, okay? But you don't have to look for setups, because the robot will catch the setups for you. What do I mean by that? Well, do you see these greens? Okay. The robot will draw green trend lines for you inside the smaller inside the smaller time frame chart, which is what we're in right now. All right. And it's all done automatically. Okay. Another way for me to describe this is that the purple trend lines and the green trend lines, you could almost think of them as being tied to each other. All right, you can't have one without the other. Make sense? So yeah, this is this is what it looks like on today's session, guys. Huge volatility today. Market has just been blasted over the last 2 days. I mean, we're down something like 1,000 points on the NQ. All right. You know, just do the math on that. Just 2 contracts, all right, times, so what is that, 40 bucks a point, times 1,000, that's $40,000. Yes, you heard me say that right. There was a potential $40,000 of trading this volatility. Now, the NQ is a little bit scary, okay, so, you know, if you're going to be focusing on the NQ, you definitely have to know what you're doing. Don't be going balls to the wall or anything, but you get the idea on the power and the potential of the super trend lines, because this is exactly what it was like in today's session. We had a monster sell-off, all right, a monster sell-off to start the session. We got a bunch of our purples here, right? And now when we see our purples and it breaks above the purple, what are we looking for? We are looking for a green. Makes sense? So there was actually 2 entries here. There was 1 entry right there. I think you guys can see that. The stop gets placed right there. And if you missed that one, there was another entry there. Okay, stop gets placed here. Now, let me zoom out. First thing that jumps out at you, right? The stop doesn't even get touched. And this is what you're hoping for, right? You don't know in advance what type of move the market's going to give you whenever it breaks the purple. But I can tell you, right, this is a game of stats. We're playing the odds. We're playing the percentages. When the market breaks above the purple, okay, typically and more often than not, that is a really, really powerful signal that a new trend has started, okay? So if you had been short, it's time to get out of your short, potentially, and think about opening up a long and looking for a low risk way to do that, okay? So that's kind of what I meant when I said these two trend lines, guys, are tied to each other. End of story. And just look at this monster move, man. I mean, what is this? Maybe like 1 hour, right? 300 points on the NQ, six grand on two contracts, right? And I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, Mark, well, show me the shorts from today, because today was an incredibly wild and volatile session. Well, let me do that for you so that you don't think I'm cherry picking. Okay, watch me do this. I'm going to duplicate the chart here. All right, you can follow along, by the way, guys. All right, I'm not hiding anything here. Just follow along on your T-bars. So I'm going to duplicate the chart here. Let's make sure that you guys know this is the T-bar 14, which is the smaller time frame chart. Okay, you always have to pop on the super trend lines on the smaller time frame chart. Now watch, I'm going to go to my strategies. I'm going to pop on the shorts, add it to the chart, select my master higher time frame. This is on the cheat sheet, guys. If you didn't get the cheat sheet, make sure you call me or email me or text me. I'll send you out the cheat sheet. This contains all of my suggestions so that you don't have to figure it out on your own. Now all I do here is I press enabled. All right, I'm gonna hit OK. Give it a few seconds here. Let's squish this in. And guys, just so you know, today is February 23rd. All right, you can see that here in the x-axis. All right, I'm gonna go to the beginning of February 3rd. All right, let's go to the beginning of February 3rd. Right here's the session. All right, this is midnight on February 3rd. Okay, remember what my email said about the super trend lines. It's designed to be run round the clock. Look at this purple right here. Then look at the two reds right over there. Okay, nailing a monstrosity of a sell-off. This is 500 points. Guys, I'm saying points, not ticks. This is 2,000 ticks for those of you guys that are calculating your P&L in ticks. I don't. I like to calculate it in points. To me, it's just a little bit more simplistic. You know, two contracts, every point is $40 a point. So you can do the math. $40 times $40 a point, excuse me, times 500 points. You can do the math on that. That's around $20,000 potential. I'm not making these numbers up, guys. You can go to the CME's website, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, and look up the point value on the NQ. It's $20 per point on one contract. So if you're trading two contracts, which I always like to trade an even number, it's $40 a point on two contracts. This is just outrageous, but guys, this is the point of the super trend lines, all right? I programmed the super trend lines, number one, to make your job as a trader easier so that you're not fussing around with two different charts. Okay, you don't have to have one higher time frame and one smaller time frame open and be watching these charts, you know, with your eyes. Just let the super trend lines do it for you, right? And number two, guys, you know, I've designed this for you know, people that have the ability to run this round the clock. But in case you don't, let me show you something interesting here, okay? So let me, Jesus, look at this sell-off here. So check this out here, okay? There was another pretty decent sell-off around lunchtime here, so watch this. For those of you that might have missed the overwhelming move, but you're looking to get back in, okay? You see these red dots here? Okay, these are the higher time frame anchors. Let's just connect. Let's connect these couple right here. All right. So if you're you know, if you miss the party and you come in, like, you know, you turn on your computer somewhere around here, okay, that's fine. You know, if you miss the move, you miss it. You just gotta be patient and look for the next move, right? If you missed the original trade from the start of February 23rd, which is all the way down here, right? And you had your eye on trying to catch another short. All you have to do, guys, is in the strategy, you go down here, excuse me, in the chart, you go down here and select this part that says reload ninja script, okay? Reloading ninja script, what that's going to do here, let me find it again. Reload, scroll all the way down, reload ninja script. What that's going to do is it's going to rearm the entire strategy, okay? And it's now going to start drawing purple trend. Like this trend line here would have been drawn purple if you had rearmed the strategy right around here, okay? And so this would have been the purple, and then there would have been one red slave right there, and another red slave right there. So you'd have had two entries on the super trend lines. Again, it's tough to recreate this, guys, because, you know, I'm doing this manually, which is not the point, but you get the idea. Hopefully some of you out there were able to actually do this, because this was contained in my instructions. But there you have it. There were the two trades from today, and my God, this was just, guys, I'm telling you, days like today, days like yesterday, these are days that you dream of, okay, as a day trader. And there's just nothing in the world like it when you have these massive volatility type of days, excuse me. And you know, you have to be prepared. I mean, I think most of you know this, right? The market is always going to favor the prepared trader. You have to be prepared for every single day to look like this, right? And it may not be, okay? It may not. Every single day, you know this, every single day certainly does not look like this, right? Where it catches huge moves, because every day is not a trend day. But if you have the mindset of approaching your trading every day with a good attitude, all right, being prepared to take a trend day, but also being prepared to trade maybe a slower day, okay, you're going to come out ahead on those heavy trend days whenever they do print like this, okay, on both sides, on the short and on the long, okay? There's no two ways about it. I mean, this is one of my favorite sayings. Chance favors the prepared trader. It's one of my favorite sayings ever, okay? So listen, that'll do it for this video recap on the super trend lines, guys. You know, please be mindful of the cutoff time to contact me and express your interest. I was trying to do a webinar over the weekend for all of you guys that had installed the super trend lines for the very first time. I just did not have any time on my calendar at all. I've been extremely busy working on some commercial releases for my commercial clients. But you know, I sincerely hope that you guys have had a opportunity to really dig into the super trend lines, and for God's sakes, I hope you had this fired up today, because my God, was this a day for the record books on the super trend lines. All right. That'll do it for this video on the super trend lines, guys. I will try to catch up with you, you know, on an individual basis, maybe sometime during this week, okay? Hey, thanks for watching this video on the super trend lines, guys. See you on the next trade.